back to DeFi Degens Drip and Farm for Poverty, where on this channel, our vision is to empower the impoverished by helping you find financial freedom through crypto assets. If you like the mission, you resonate with the vision, and you find this content useful, please subscribe and leave a comment and a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back to DeFi Degens Drip and Farm for Poverty. So got some super exciting news, albeit speculation, but does 95% sound like it's guaranteed to happen, and I'm gonna play the proof in these videos so that you can make your assumptions yourself, but the dots do all line up in my opinion, so that's why you saw this thumbnail, and I think it's 100% legit. But before we get into that, hopefully you saw my previous video on how you can actually increase the drip floor price, or the value, I should say. All you got to do is like it. I explained that in the other video regarding the S-curve and market adoption. So hopefully you watch that. But liking the video and watching it through its entirety is the best single thing every single person who's a dripper can do to ensure we get more eyeballs on drip. And that's why this video, instead of talking about the announcements that are related to the piggy bank, this is actually a bullish drip video because Forex dropped some secret sauce that he's been hinting on, and then it ties to a bigger project collaboration. So I want to play it for you, and it was about 2 minutes. So we're going to play that first so you can hear exactly what he's talking about. I'm going to break it down, then back up where these allocations come from.
I want to give a couple updates about drip and where we're moving forward with that. There is a major DEX who is about to launch their own new product. They're offering this product to who they consider the best 5 crypto projects on BSC. We are one of them. The official announcements that they're going to be making. On Friday, I have a meeting with them about how we're going to essentially publicly announce it and promote it together. And this is going to be huge for drip. So we're going to put our focus, right? I said previously that we were going to wait until we were finished with the dogs and master migrations to put our focus back on drip. We're going to do both those at the same time because we want to get this new UI out for drip before we have the this major partnership with a huge DEX, which is going to bring a ton of new attention and investors into drip, and also create an awesome new product for drip that is paying out yield to people for locking up and removing drip from circulation. So this is huge, and we want to make sure that UI is done before, and we're very close. We're a couple weeks away from this going live, so we're going to be working on this UI starting on Friday, right? So we can get this thing out ASAP, and before the DEX and us make this major co-announcement about the new product that they're launching that involves us. So, and then one more thing I'd like to talk about is.
So hopefully you kind of understand where that's going. So he's mentioned this partnership with the DEX and about it being around the corner. So he mentioned this before when the the piggy bank was paused. He kept saying this major DEX and this adding the single asset staking opportunity, which is what he got ready to talk about. So remember, he has all these assets on the animal farm and he's not able to generate yield on these. And now this new major DEX, and you need to listen to the words in that: major DEX, huge DEX. And he's not talking, he didn't say major DEX on PancakeSwap, major DEX on Phantom. He didn't give a network for that DEX. So he just said it's a major DEX, a huge DEX, and it offers utility so that he can use the single asset staking, which will generate yield for the pigs. And it's coming up in the next few weeks. And what's really awesome about this and why this is almost a guaranteed deadline this time is because the DEX is making the announcement, not Forex, meaning he has to ensure that he is actually done with everything based on the timeline the DEX created. So that ensures us that this will be getting done. And remember, he now said he's also doing this in conjunction with the dogs migration. And I think it's actually going to be the focus higher on the drip UI, because he needs this done in conjunction with the announcement for the DEX. Now, the announcement for the DEX you already saw from the screenshot, the thumbnail, is that it is Pulse Chain. And I'm gonna play a clip from this interview he did, AMA he did with Wendy on his own channel. So this was May 11th, so it's literally just a couple hours ago. I'm gonna play this and then you'll see where this 2-week idea comes from. So I'm not making this up. This is actually straight from the mouth of Richard Hart.
Which is why I don't promote anything but stuff I built for the most part.
So is Pulse Chain essentially a layer 2 solution for Ethereum?
No, it's a full-on copy of Ethereum. We're beating Ethereum 2.0 market with their own feature set, except better. So,
but it's built on top of Ethereum?
No, layer 1.
Okay.
Hex is built on top of Ethereum.
So is it its own blockchain?
Exactly. It is its own blockchain.
And I can use MetaMask with Pulse Chain if I did decide to invest.
Absolutely. Yeah. We don't have to do it. It doesn't matter. Like, just when the mainnet comes live, which hopefully 14 days, then it might be last. It depends. It's software. It's hard. You can just use it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to sign up. It just works. Click one button, you click yes, and MetaMask switches you over to the Pulse Chain network. You add your ERC20s, trade if you want. But also, we have an exchange called Pulse X. And it's similar to Uniswap, except the fees are lower. So instead of 0.3%, you pay 0.29. And it burns 22% of the fees. And causes the buy and burns up the Pulse X token for 22% fees. 21.7 I believe. So.
All right. So that's all I wanted to share in there. He mentioned when the mainnet goes live in 2 weeks or less, could be faster, he said, there's nothing you have to do. So they've been tested. If you're not familiar with Pulse Chain, that's why I played a little bit about the background of it. Basically, Pulse X is its own Pulse Chain is its own layer 1 blockchain, and it's literally a fork of Ethereum. He saw the issues with Ethereum way before the people in Ethereum saw it, and he decided to create his own chain that is cheaper and doesn't use miners. It's environmentally friendly, blah, 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 blah. You can read about it. Check one of the hexagons. There's tons of data on it, but the point is that they've been calling this the Ethereum killer, but it's been kind of, nobody knows when it was going to come out, and he let this information loose and said 2 weeks. So prior, in most of his other AMAs and other talks, he hasn't given any dates, but this just came out and he said 2 weeks in this, and that aligns with Forex's announcement. So and this is indeed a major DEX. So if you're familiar with Pulse Chain, you can actually go to pulsechain.com, and they have this testnet where they've been doing all this testing, and you can actually check out all this stuff. So the question is now, is this the correct DEX or not? Well, you can check this out yourself. So if you go to their staking platform, so they have a bridge, they have staking. So it's just literally a fork of Ethereum, just faster. So everything you have on Ethereum will exist on this. And then when you go to that platform, you'll see it's a swap, so it's its own DEX, all this cool stuff. Trade, exchange, add liquidity, and like you said, you can connect your wallet by simply going to MetaMask, and it'll install the testnet if you want to do this right now. And once you have that, see, it's like switch to testnet. It's like yes. So boom, I'm connected to it. But the question you're asking yourself is, how does this relate to Drip? Well, when you go in here and go to info, you can see all of the tokens that they're offering on right now that I guess have been tested, I should say, on the testnet. So you can see the top pools that are on here, Hex, USD, a bunch of stuff that I don't know anything about. But when we scroll through, right here at number 16, we have Drip Network and B Drip Network. That is Binance Drip Network. That's 100% us. So why is this listed on his top tokens and being tested on this network, on the testnet? It's been here for a while, actually. But why else would this be here unless it was indeed the collaboration that Forex was talking about? And here are some liquidity options. So you can stake your Drip and Pulse, your Drip and USD, your Pulse X and Drip, your Drip and Hex. So this makes a lot of sense when you also tie it into what Forex said about being able to add their native tokens. The single asset staking tokens. So could be the dogs and pigs, ETH, cake, all this stuff that he's currently not getting any yield on here on this, and because it's a DEX, remember, this is also a DEX and its own independent blockchain, and it's a fork of Ethereum, meaning anything on Binance is also a fork of Ethereum. So anything you see on the Binance, it's over here on Pulse X. So this could very well mean that those single asset stakings can receive liquidity, like Forex mentioned. It's like you can actually earn yield on it, is what he said. So it would earn yield in the form of the Pulse X token, similarly to how the other pools that we had, or the farms I should say, were earning yield in the form of cake. These were earning cake. There is no single asset staking on PancakeSwap. So he was just having these sit here. So these earn cake, but these don't earn anything. This was just Forex collecting these to give you dogs. But now he can rehypothecate the same way he was doing with the other farms, and he can send this ETH or this Binance Bitcoin or BUSD or whatever, single assets over to Pulse X, because there's a direct copy of it, the Pulse chain, and he can actually be paid out in the Pulse X token, which is the same as being paid out in Cake. And then can put this back, and we actually are earning rewards, which, like he said, will go towards the pigs. So I am like 95% certain this is the actual, this is the actual DEX he's talking about. And as you heard from Richard himself, he said 2 weeks or sooner. So that means, and he said he has a meeting with them Friday, so that's tomorrow, to give some additional updates. So I 100% believe this is the announcement, and that is huge for Drip. And then, of course, the future of animals and dogs and all that stuff, that'll be huge as well. But right now, we're seeing the Drip price around $17. It's been holding out here due to the big, huge correction in the market and the drop in BNB price. But having another place to pair up your Drip, man, that is insanely bullish, because right now, there's nothing but sell pressure. And since the farm is still paused, there's nowhere for whales to put their drip bag. As I showed you in another video, there are some whales sitting around with 800, 1,000, 10,000 drip tokens. But if they can come over here and stake drip by itself, possibly, or pair it up, because I know a lot of the whales that I follow actually, like Ray from Bartertown and Thomas G Crypto Talk, they got into Hex, and they're big on Hex. They talked about it. So that means that drip they have sitting in their wallet and the large sacrifice that they did for Pulse, they would be very happy to pair their drip up in here and earn Pulse tokens or Pulse X tokens. I don't see why not, because they already have this. So that relieves a lot of sell pressure as well. And now they're earning yield, and they haven't sold their drip. That's fucking awesome. And they haven't put it back into the faucet. So they still have it, and they're earning yield. So they're probably okay with keeping it. But I can't even express how bullish this is. Like, this is insane. You got to do your research. I think this is it. It's clearly a drip token here, and it's on his top 20, top 30, whatever that was. And the entire Ethereum network has been forked here, but he only has top 30 cryptos listed here. And Forex said that they only offered 5 spots to the top 5 projects on Binance. So he would have gotten other cryptos from, like, say, Phantom or any of the other forks of Ethereum, so that they could have their Hex, Hexbear, I can't remember some of the other ones, but the point being is these other forks of ETH would have their opportunity to shine here as well, because he is trying to, he being Richard Hart, kind of kill ETH, if you will, and prove that his project is long-term, because he still gets a lot of flack. People think it's a scam and all this stuff, and he is very much in the space to make a difference, just like Forex is. And we already know Forex has mentioned many times he got his inspiration from Hex projects and stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I 100% think that's the case. Share this with other people, get the word out, and not financial advice, of course, but double down on your drip price, because this could be insane. Not going to say it's going to moon, like just shoot to the moon, like right out the gate, but just having this announcement, that's automatic eyeballs on us and a space for people already with big wallets to remove some sell pressure. So that can at least stabilize drip. And then when the animal farm comes online as well, that means we get our farm back with the drip BUSD, and he has this 2-week countdown to get the drip UI fixed. Then we have the lottery and all that stuff. So man, and he already mentioned in that same AMA, he'll be having announcements or use cases or developments like every 2 weeks for the next 2 to 3 months. So the markets may be down right now, but I do believe by the end of the month, we will see some light at the end of the tunnel. So keep your fingers crossed. It may be a little more downtrend for the next 2 weeks, but man, this could be epic. This is what we need right here in the bear market. So share this with anybody. Let them know what you think. Until next time, guys, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.